Hey guys, Jonah here, back with a beer review, and I've picked a doozy this time, I think. It is from the Netherlands, batch of Beer 52, and it's from this place down here, Grude, which is basically in France, as far as I can work out. Or no, actually Belgium, wouldn't it? Well, France or Belgium, one of the two. And I live kind of, if this map showed the UK, which it doesn't because it's crap, crapper, I would live here, which is kind of cool. And then I can get rid of this magazine because, as usual, they're talking about amazing things like women in brewing. There's two woke articles about women and how they're so amazing in brewing. If the roles were reversed and they said men only, let's only talk about men in brewing, it would be sexist. But we can talk about women and trans and everything because that's all right, isn't it? No, it's sexist. So please stop your woke agenda when we're talking about beer. Equality is equal rights for everyone, not just certain groups. Think about that one, dear viewer. And while you're thinking about that, I'm going to show you what this is. It's DB. I don't know if it's going to focus. Hopefully it will. Zeus craft beer. It says 3.5%. It's a pale ale. Don't panic. It's a pale ale. A hazy pale. Thank God it's not an IPA. It's called Ripple Times. But what does the DB stand for? Dutch bargain. So, my God, this is a beer that you should find in Home Bargains, apparently. It says Ripple Times Hazy Pale, waiting for the big waves while rocking the ripples. Just hold on. The double overheads might reach out and to your shores one day. In the meantime, you can enjoy this hazy pale packed with delightful and juicy Motueka and Nelson Sauvignon from New Zealand. Interesting. We got some oats in there. Have we got any other stuff? No, just the oats and the barley, of course. Interesting. I quite like this sort of avant-garde sun going down over the sea. I guess that's what it is. Yeah, and we have got some cryo hops apparently in here, or cryo pop, as they call it. This could be a pop of beer, but 3.5 doesn't blow the wind up my skirt, to be perfectly honest. And I have Scottish in my heritage, so when I wear a skirt, there's no underpants involved. Let's get this bad boy open. Sometimes when I look out over the sea, I think I can see places like Belgium and Holland, and obviously I can't, but I can see France on a good day. Oh, that is hoppy. Let's get it into a glass and we'll see what we get. Dear viewer, why not think about subscribing if you're not already subscribed? Well over a backlog of, I've said it before, but 1,000 beers on YouTube and a couple of thousand beers at least. Getting near the 3,000 actually on Untapped. So between those two, most of them are the same to be honest, but thousands of beers. There we go. So if you're not subscribed, then you're missing out. Wow, smells creamy actually. Smells creamy, smells winey, of course, with the Nelson Sauvignon. It's a bit sweet as well. Cream. Let's see what we get. That head is fast disappearing though. Yeah, that's usually not a good sign, but it could be because the alcohol is so woefully low in this bad boy. If you're going to bother getting hops all the way from New Zealand, why not do something extra special instead of hop juice? Let's see what we get. Ooh, okay. Okay, so there's cream there, but it's really light, watery hops. I thought there'd be a lot of hops in here, but no, they're just tempting you with the hops there. And the sort of sweetness is like those fizzy. It's not very fizzy. It's quite drafty actually. But I was getting those fizzy sweets that you used to get. So it's a little bit dialed down. It's not as sweet as those fizzy things, and not as fizzy, but kind of taste like those kind of sweets. Um, Imagine you got one of those sweets, cut it in half, dissolved it in some water. Bingo! That's what you got. Obviously, it's a hazy beer. I didn't show you that at the beginning, but yeah, definite hazy. But unfortunately, this is hop water, and I've had 0.5% beers. I do what we would call in the UK alcohol free, um, 0.5% beers with more hops than this beer. um, what we have got here is though kind of white high notes of kiwi um, and grape, obviously from the Nelson Sauvin. We've got some tropically kind of more tropical juicy type stuff, but it's so watered down. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they've done. They've brewed a normal beer and then they've just gone, this is a 5% beer. Let's whack it down with 30% water and see what we get. And unfortunately, you get insipid kind of weird stuff like this. And weirdly, 3.5% beer, um, if you're the designated driver, you could still probably only have one or two of these and that'll be it. You'd be much better off drinking a 0.5% beer. You can have as many as you like then. You won't get drunk. There's no worries about driving home unless you live in Scotland because they say you can't have any alcohol at all. Not even Caliber, as Billy Connolly advertised back in the day. That woman, um, she's destroyed the brewing industry in Scotland for domestic. Obviously, people export, but yeah, she's done serious damage to Scotland, in my opinion. Cheers and beers. I'll tell you what, there is a touch of that kind of green, verdant type thing going on. Might be from the yeast, might be from some of the green hop particulates from the hops themselves, but it's so watery. It's not that good, in my opinion. Um, if you like really creamy, watery beer, um, which is not super hoppy, not super alcoholic, uh, creamy, but not in a kind of good way because it's not hoppy enough. Um, Maybe this is the beer for you. But yeah, no, this is not a good one. Yeah, just complete rubbish. I don't say that often about the beers. I usually blame Beer 50, pardon me, Beer 52 themselves. bit of carbonation in there. But in this case, that is not a good beer in my humble opinion. Dare I say, bring back session IPA if this is session pale ale. My God. And people are saying that all beers will be like this soon because everything's getting lighter and stuff. If that happens and all beers are like this, I'm going to give up drinking because it's like throwing your money away, in my opinion. Let's finish this off. You can get on your way, and I might have a strong beer because this is rubbish. I suppose there's a bit of lacing on the glass, which is always good to see. Even that's a bit watered down. It's kind of little flecks here and there. There's no actual sculptural things that I can describe. Just sort of dots and lines and things. Anyway, can't always have a good beer. You've got to balance the good ones against the rubbish ones. And this one is a rubbish one. Thumbs down from me. Please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Remember, drink beer because it does make you smarter. And Uncle Jonah will be back. I'll return with a new beer review. Hopefully it's better than that rubbish. And that's coming up real soon.